it's your boy Anime Senpai here with another live stream. When we left off, I don't remember where. It's been a while since we played. As you guys know, it's been 2 days. So yeah, we're only gonna be streaming from Monday to Friday. If you have any suggestions what we should stream within those 5 days, I don't have a idea of what to stream. I've been streaming Valkiria Revolution because I know you guys like that game. I also have Tekken 7 as an option. MLB The Show 17 is still an option. No, Nirigiri Girl, or whatever that name was, it is still an option. Before we get started, to resume our story, I want you guys to hit that like and subscribe button to show your support on this series, and don't forget to hit that little bell so you're notified of all the streams. So let's get started.
This is a true story. The 5 imperial powers of the world: Brenland, Kreutzen, Frank, Hubstria, and Ruse. These empires held regular conferences known as the Vian Summit.
That's the forum they used to exchange information on how best to govern Europa, wasn't it? The leading superpower was the Brennish Empire. Like today, their country was the most influential in Europa.
Why is Emperor Claudius not here?
I'm sure you can guess the reason.
Well, it would seem that Jutland has him thoroughly whipped. There's no way he'd show his face now.
But it is still the dead of winter. I do hope his imperial posterior hasn't frozen to the throne.
I have a message from His Majesty to everyone present.
Let us hear it then. Speak.
Spring is nearly upon us.
Is that all?
Indeed it is.
What an amusing man.
I believe everyone understands its meaning. The time when the signs of spring surround us is the time the Rusi Empire redraws the map of Europa. Please look forward to it.
That parvenu. Dreadful as ever. The temperature drops every time they enter the room.
Everything is as the ancient, the Valkyria wishes it to be.
I'm honored that you've graced me with some of your time. I know you're a busy woman.
Nay, the honor is all mine. Thank you for this opportunity.
Let's dive right in. You've led Jutland to victory after victory, all the while solidifying its people's trust in you. The reason I asked for this interview is to learn how your Highness feels about the war and her plans for the future.
Please, ask anything you wish.
January 6, 1854. There is record that Ophelia was interviewed by Freke the traitor. With a sincere voice, she spoke of why she stood on the front lines, as well as her aspirations for the people.
Many would describe this war as one fought for liberation.
Just so. The fight for freedom, liberation as you put it, has united the people as one.
I agree.
Furthermore, there is something I wish to inform you, now that the opportunity presents itself.
By all means.
Well, you see, within the ranks of the Rusi Empire, Someone who was thought to be long since dead. The Prince of Ipsaria is alive.
Is that so?
Indeed.
It hasn't been confirmed.
This is a delicate matter, Your Highness. Would you allow me to decide whether or not to include this in the article?
The princess is the same as usual.
I'll be leaving out the shocking truth about Laertes.
Naturally. Amlet, it's dangerous having the princess and prince meet. Can you do anything at the site?
I can kill him.
Sorry for increasing your workload.
He says he's a grand general. That makes him an enemy.
Gotta wonder why, though. The Rucks do his folks in, so this one-armed wonder signs up as the Emperor's new pet? Please.
Regardless, we can't have her doing something unpredictable. I'm counting on you, Amlet.
Yeah.
Where you headed?
Where I'm needed. Violet is investigating. But now that discord has manifested at the Vian Summit, our best move is distracting Ruse with the major powers. If all goes according to plan, I can buy you time to upgrade and tune up your arsenal.
That's our Saul. His plotting face is not just for looks.
Never is.
This is a true story. February 7th. In another country within the Ruzi Empire, Solomon met with Brenlin's ambassador, off the records.
An unofficial meeting with a leading power and contributor to the BRFH blockade? The traitors even pulled that off?
I'd like to begin by stating Jutland's stance regarding the other world powers, what with this war with Ruse. We do not wish to war with the countries that are unjustly staging the economic blockade against us.
What do you mean, an economic blockade?
Ambassador, did you not agree to meet with me because you wish to have a mutually beneficial discussion? Let's be frank with one another.
You're an intriguing fellow, I'll give you that.
So I've been told.
All right, by Jove. Let's hear what you have to say first.
The land of Molda, which our country reclaimed in that initial battle with Ruse, has a history associated to it. This war originates from this grievance, and has nothing to do with the other world powers.
And just what does this grievance entail?
That I cannot say. Only that it is a problem between Jutland and Ruse.
And you expect us to accept that explanation without question?
I would appreciate if you do so.
You sound rather self-assured.
Of course. I didn't come empty-handed. I have prepared a means to prove our credibility. 3 days from now, we will liberate one of Ruse's colonies.
What?
Dunfalst, in the east.
Dunfalst? That's a country with deep ties to Brenland.
Indeed. You have disputed its ownership with Ruse in the past. Our country will liberate it, and when the war with Ruse ends, we will present it to you as a gift.
Is that possible?
Certainly. Jutland has no stake in Dunfalst, and only cares to strike a blow against Ruse. However, if Brenland wishes it, we shall obtain it. I'd like you to understand that we only have our eyes set on Ruse. I would appreciate if you take our conversation back to your homeland.
Why do you wish to accommodate our country so much?
Jutland's royal family has distant familial ties to Brenland. This proposal stems from that mutual bond.
I see. I understand now.
Returning to our discussion, the sanctions you've placed against our country aren't very aggressive.
What do you mean by that?
These are merely my thoughts on the matter, but the other world powers don't think too highly of the Rusi Empire. In fact, you wish to be rid of them if possible. With the blockade, it may appear you agree with Ruse, but don't you have plans in place to abandon them if need be?
You say very interesting things. I will respond at a later date, so I must ask that you leave for today.
When Dunfalst is liberated 3 days from now, might I ask you to draw the Valkyria's attention for a few days?
The Valkyria? You're making a frightfully audacious proposal.
It's for our freedom. Once we acquire that, we hope to form an alliance with Brenland.
Solomon, who hurried back, immediately approached the military and influenced them to move on Dunfalst. Parliament, however, had put this plan on hold. Many opinions from both the anti-war movement and the pro-war faction pointed out its low strategic value.
Jutland is presently closing in on the Rusi Empire from the Western Front. The next target, Dunfalst, is surely off this course. Many of you within the military and Parliament have expressed your skepticism with this proposal. However, those doubts can be cleared with but one word. And that is liberation. Jutland's suffering is one that is felt through all of Europa. There is significant strategic meaning to this. Not only do we focus on the route to advance on our enemy, but by liberating the lands claimed by Ruse, our country will do exactly what we aspire to achieve in this war. These actions will put pressure against their empire.
Liberation became a magic word for the country, and the traders supported it to justify this battle. Around this time, no one believed Jutland could ever lose.
I read it!
I feel a little embarrassed.
You sure had a lot to say.
The journalist had some very good questions. I couldn't help but to get passionate.
Well, he couldn't have picked a better time to put it out.
How do you mean?
Well, the Dunfalst mission is to liberate the colony, right? So it's good to have the princess rally behind that word. In a way, this operation takes on even more meaning.
Oh, Bloom, you're so endearingly dim-witted.
It's like they're still cadets.
Nothing wrong with that. It does good for morale.
Did you read it? Huh? Did ya?
No, not quite yet.
So, are you embarrassed?
Godot,
Yes, Your Highness.
Any mention of Ipsaria has been omitted.
Well, the journalist did say he might leave it out.
Huh.
Looks like you're all here. We deploy tomorrow, 0400.
Well, this is rather sudden.
It explains why Parliament was so noisy.
I hate waking up early.
We've got your back. You want me or Bridget to drag you out of bed?
I'm counting on you, Tilda.
No hesitation, huh? Well, it's no wonder, given the other option.
Ouch.
Prep and get some rest, all of you. Dismissed.
Well done.
What's the matter? Wonderful. We have the advantage.
Let's continue with our story and capture the enemy space. Operation to Dumfast Liberation. Let's get it started.
Op details are as follows.
Well, that's an easy route. I can never run into that many guys, because it's just 1, 2, 3. Oh, probably may run into a lot. Probably, I don't know.
That's all.
A little birdie from the business world told me something. Brenlin's trying to dig up dirt on you, Saul. And yeah, I greased a lot of palms to make sure this info's legit.
Well, it's to be expected. From their point of view, you could be useful in many ways.
I'm honored.
Be careful. Ruse is pretty dangerous, but you can't let your guard down against Brenlin either.
If I was in their position, I would investigate me too.
They'll be keeping an eye on you.
That's about what I expected. It'll add some tension to my life.
Stop joking around.
It's fine as long as Brenlin's focus is on me. Hamlet will be able to handle the rest.
the anti-Valkiria squad commenced their attack on Dunfalst.
Vandergen, attack! Let's do this!
Enemy ahead.
Open fire!
Constant vigilance!
Honest. Let's end this!
This isn't good.
In the name of justice!
Who's next?
Constant vigilance!
Keep it up!
All right. Commander down!
Onward to victory!
All right, Commander down! That all you got? Who's next?
Constant vigilance!
Let's end this!
Watch out! It's hot! In the name of Jutland!
Incoming. Watch it.
Taste my blade!
I'm going in.
All right. Get lost! Push through!
Let him have it.
Who's next? That all you got?
That was easy.
Incoming. Watch it. Incoming. Watch it.
I'll murderize them!
All right.
Constant vigilance! Hot! Please take care of yourself! A real Here they come!
Who's next?
Constant vigilance!
Incoming. Watch it. I'm going in.
Get lost!
Here they come!
Try it again.
Watch out! Vigilance! Yeah, in the name of Jutland! Constant vigilance!
Watch it.
Constant vigilance!
Burn them all! Commander down! Who's next?
Incoming. Watch it.
Good.
Your man ran away.
Who's next?
Going in.
Who's next?
Constant vigilance. Are you alright?
Burn them all! Keep it together.
In the name of justice! That's our target.
Run away now.
Take my blade!
Well, really?
Watch it. Incoming. Watch it.
Here they come! Taste my blade!
This'll do it.
Watch it.
Here they come!
There's a snake. Oh, he's up there.
Incoming. Watch it.
Watch out! It's hot! Didn't have what it takes.
Incoming. Watch it.
Here they come! Your ears! Constant vigilance! Are you
Let's end this! Who's next? All right.
I found them!
no sweat?
Let's end this!
Watch out!
Who's
Right,
next?
dipshits. Another win.
Oh man, I'm fighting another scorpion.
Here they come!
Get lost! All right.
In the name of Jutland!
I'm gonna attack!
Push through!
Constant vigilance!
All right.
Here I come! Here they come!
I'm gonna attack!
Sorry about this! One more with you! Your ears! Constant vigilance! Here they come! Let us dance. Watch. Constant vigilance.
That all you got?
Here they come! Constant vigilance.
That all you got? That all you got?
In the name of justice!
That all you got?
I'm going in. Here they come! Taste my pleasure into our hearts. Constant vigilance. Here I go!
That all you got? That all you got?
Watch.
Finally. Assistantness of these orphans. Forward. Jeez. Like, honestly. Mission complete, I guess.
Mission complete. As expected.
With this, we have liberated yet another domain from the Empire's reign of terror. Thank you, everyone, for making this victory possible.
Sort of feels like you're the captain now.
Oh. My apologies.
For what? Op's over. Let's go.
What's the matter?
The prince did not appear. Amlet, please. Help me persuade Laertes to fight with us, not against us.
We've been through this. He's the enemy.
I'll repeat it as many times as I must. Until you understand.
You're wasting your time. Next time he shows up, I'm ending him.
Jutland, who won the Battle of Dunfalst, immediately began establishing an interim government.
Having learned from his experience in Ipsaria, Solomon set up a leader this time. He announced that he had searched for and found its long-lost prince. But that was... Donovan Lindegard later uncovered he was a fake. I wonder why nobody figured it out.
It was around this time when the word liberation took a form of its own. The traders needed a leader in Dunfalst. It was to emphasize the cause to both Jutland and Ruse, but only until the day they'd relinquish it to Brenland.
Jeez.
What do you think? We did exactly as I said we would. A letter of guarantee. When the war ends, Dunfalst will be Brenland's.
I have news from my homeland. We vow to draw the attention of the Valkiria.
Deals like these were made frequently?
Weakening the Ruzi Empire was of mutual interest to the major powers, or at the very least, to influential people. Solomon the Trader capitalized on that fact and worked hard to gain the cooperation of the superpowers. Most of this planning was done so that Ruz's military might couldn't focus on Jutland.
I see. A small country like Jutland was able to sustain a war with an empire thanks to these diversions.
Analysis is being conducted as quickly as possible, but we believe there is ulterior motive to Jutland taking Dunfalst.
Your Majesty fought Brenland for Dunfalst. I wonder what they think of this.
Indeed. Should we call for the ambassador?
That will not be necessary. His words will amount to naught. There is, however, someone far more worthy of our attention. The one who oversaw the establishment of Ipseria's and Dunfalst's interim governments. Investigate this man.
As you wish.
It seems you've been standing out too much. The Empire has their eyes on you.
I suppose that proves they aren't completely blind. Why not show more concern for your well-being, rather than for other people?
I'll be fine. I'm heading back to Ruse. He's waiting for me. There's been some movement in the army. I'm going to investigate.
You're quite studious. How splendid. This is a true story.
Brings you here?
I ask the same of you. You come here often. Do you have business with the departed? Who is this man to you?
A friend.
From his remains, I feel an intense emotion. A powerful will that tries to burn this man to ash.
A powerful will, you say?
The blade was full of rage. Perhaps resentment.
An undying grudge, so to speak. These tombs house more than a few of those.
I know this blade.
things really have been calming down lately.
That's what everyone's saying. Life is good and things are changing for the better.
Perhaps the royal family can finally rest in peace.
Oh, if only His Majesty could see the country now.
Ah, there was a king who listened to his people. A finer man we may never live to see.
That's where that prince went, but he didn't show up.
It really was the correct choice to take you under our wing, to accomplish so much for us. You are the perfect soldier.
Your Majesty.
Special delivery. One alchemic weapon fresh out of the oven. Thanks to all that time Saul bought us, its specs are off the charts. Better precision, better power.
It looks the same.
I said it's got precision and power, not a damn paint job. Go on, take it for a swing. It's my best work yet. Honest.
I'll try it out.
And the rest of the squad? We're working on the final mods. Once they're good to go, we'll ship them to the unit's HQ. Get ready for greatness. Hey, big guy. That boy here isn't exactly a ray of sunshine, is he? But he's not a bad guy once you get to know him. I used to be able to kick his ass, you know? Except nowadays, he's the one who's large and in charge. So keep him from going all doom and gloom for me, will ya? Yeah, sure he's got a stick up his ass, but try and play nice. We're counting on you, you big galoot.
The hell?
Yes, of course.
Your friend cares very deeply for you. He's one of the other orphans who survived the fire, isn't he? Adopted by a small factory owner, he took his father's business and became the titan of industry he is today. He's got a good head for business, and through his father's tutelage became an important figure in the business world.
Why are you looking into us like this?
To better understand, Captain. This war is just a cover for your revenge over what happened to the orphanage. That incident was swept under the rug by Jutland, due to our then alliance with the Ruse Empire. Your pasts were erased, and Ruse built a base in the backyard of your burned-down childhood home. But when this war presented itself, you leapt at the chance to seek vengeance on the Grand Generals and the Emperor. That's why Mr. Sabanci keeps modifying your weapon, so that when you finally get close to the Emperor...
Enough!
Captain, the war is necessary for Jutland's survival. But your personal politics do not belong in it.
What do you know?
They say revenge accomplishes nothing.
We're not after
what anime series I've been watching lately?
Justice.
Let me check and see.
Jutland didn't give us any justice.
I'm
they didn't even
watching,
try. We lost everything to that fire. Might as well have never existed. So we took matters into our own hands.
Knights and Magic, which is a new one. This is Ray Children, CK, smartphone, I think it is called.
That kind of anger never fades.
Broto
up, Captain.
series, Gamers.
Captain, I'm with you.
Boku no Hero Academy season 2.
I want your anger to fuel
Hajime
not for revenge, but for the sake of our
Gal,
country
I
and
think
its
it's
people.
called.
You don't understand anything. You weren't there.
Kakeguri I don't know how
can
to pronounce
feel
that
the
one.
flames.
And Dragon Ball Super.
I won't let anything stop us.
Those are the ones I'm currently watching that are happening
Never bring this up
right
again.
now.
Captain, I just wanted...
I'm also rewatching Inuyasha and Bleach at some point this summer.
I don't
yeah.
want your acceptance.
What animes have
Your
you been
secret's safe with
watching safe
I won't tell
this
anyone in the squad.
recently?
Not even Princess
Lobster
Ophelia.
Owl.
She'd only try to stop you.
Besides our streams.
Looking good, Your Highness. You're anticipating my movements more naturally now.
Each thrust, every parry fills me by degrees with the sense that I am one with the sword.
Such handsome words.
I do not wish to drag down the others. Every time I take the field, I seem to cause some sort of trouble. I have to be stronger.
Did you learn anything else about your magic melody?
It may have something to do with my royal family's lineage. The rest is mere conjecture. If my voice can indeed affect the Valkiria, however, I must strengthen my song as well as my sword.
Then how about you practice your singing after our sparring?
I shall do just that.
Found out?
Huh. That man's more resourceful than I thought.
Son of a... So, what do you say?
What you'd expect.
Revenge accomplishes nothing?
Pretty much.
Worn out words.
Said he won't interfere, though.
Huh?
He wants me to use my anger for the good of the country.
What about the princess?
Said he won't tell her either.
Can we trust him?
As a soldier.
What do you mean?
I trust him on the battlefield, but often he's shown no hesitation about prying into our pasts.
That's the most troublesome type. I believe their actions are correct.
They're a pair, the princess and that officer.
What are we gonna do now?
We continue as though nothing's changed.
I suppose that's all we can do.
I'm kinda worried here. How much does the big galoot know?
He knows about you.
Hot damn. Did I do something to expose myself?
What a headache. I better tell Saul and Vi to be careful.
Magnificent.
Hey, Lieutenant, I want to try this puppy out.
As do I. Captain, perhaps we should have a field exercise. If Mr. Sabanchi would oblige.
Whoa, whoa. Mr. Sabanchi's my father. Please, call me Basil.
If Mr. Basil would oblige.
Sounds good. Besides, we want to see how these bad boys turned out with our own eyes. Come on, let's do this. That's fine, right, Mr. Captain?
Sure. I'll handle everything. Come, Mr. Basil. Let's discuss this further.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Well done.
Nice work.
No, everybody's back. Everyone's here. What the
Good
hell?
day to you.
Need something? What?
What's the matter? Seems that way. Well done. Wonderful. Op details are as follows. That is all.
Drat. I was hoping they'd improve its aesthetic appearance. Something more majestic, more magnificent, more like me.
I mean, we really don't have room to complain, but I get it. Maybe I could put a ribbon on mine.
Not you too, Helena. Thanks a ton for your frank opinions. Sorry. No, really. You're saving us a whole lot of cash on paid focus groups, so don't hold back.
Your attention, please. We'll be splitting into 2 teams and performing a mock battle.
Your alchemic armaments are ready to rumble.
Shall we begin, Captain?
Go for it.
Squad A, step forward. Commence attack.
Let's commence the operation.
Can't relax yet.
I won't go easy.
How about this?
You can do this! Try to get this.
Here I go!
Don't look away. I like you. I like you. Don't look away. This one will work. Pay attention.
Here I go!
Pay attention. I'm going in. Try again. Don't look away. Don't look away. Keep an eye on your discipline. Don't look away.
Don't look away.
I'm going in.
Pay attention!
Too late.
Keep an eye on them.
Here I go!
Rushing water!
Pay attention!
Are you okay?
How about this?
He's got a meter. You just gotta destroy him with this. And here comes the next one.
Crushing earth!
Watch out! Hot!
I like you!
Pay attention!
Crushing earth!
This'll do the trick. Here I go! I'm with you! Watch out! Pay attention!
There we go.
Going in.
I'm ending this.
Sorry about
I'm going in.
Sorry about this!
Rushing water!
Now he's afraid. Be very afraid.
Won't be able to gather any solid data at this rate. Hey guys, fighting small fries like that would be boring, right?
Damn straight.
I beg your pardon?
Squad B will now raid Squad A.
Pardon?
Follow me!
What?
Hostile sight.
This'll be a good day.
Didn't you just have this way? Lovely to lose.
The enemy is far.
Try again. I'll rock your world.
Let's end this! Don't underestimate a soldier!
Try again.
Only reflection.
Let's end this!
I gotta get out of here!
Show's over!
What the?
Come on, don't be so serious.
How's this?
And that ends it.
Bring out the booze!
Did he say booze or boobs?
Oh,
I don't know.
didn't even...
I'd wager those are good to go in real combat, no prob.
We appreciate all your help.
Don't sweat it. Happy to lend a hand so Jutland can win big.
I'm glad we can count on you.
Mm-hmm.
Martin's is hiring. The one over there?
I know.
Did you apply?
No. I think that wraps up chapter
You're quite
4,
studious.
I think.
How splendid.
That should wrap up our chapter, so I will be ending the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified of all the streams that we have on this channel. And first I'll save this. So I believe this is the end of the chapter. This time it's saved, so I believe this is it, so yeah.